Here we go. It's the home straight. It's the final dash. I think my dashing days are over, but wonderful to be with you in a series that has visualized, vocally shared 17 years of uncovered truth. I have been using the term buried. There have been elements of this I've shared over the years just in case anybody did want to make a comment and say, well, we're in the pantomime season now. Oh no, this isn't buried. It is more depth of what I'm sharing, even without going into detail that could perhaps be challenging for those involved. I'm not overly concerning myself with that. What I am sharing is what can happen from potential destruction. Certainly perceived destruction at the time, devastation, trauma, loss, tremendous amount of loss 17 years ago. I've shared this in previous episodes. Find out the broken room and then you'll know where all of this is coming from. And we turn a point in the album, Inside of Me, which at time of recording is a couple of days away from official release. It's not something that's going to launch, go out, that's it, right now I'm going to sit down and wait for stuff to happen. This is going to continue because entering into November, released officially November the 1st, Saturday, it's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. As I've shared, this is not just limited to men. I'm writing from that perspective, I'm writing from the perspective of what I experienced, but I'm diving deep. I am going into, as I've shared, that broken room, that dark place, that valley of deep shadow, very, very much so, and multiple things happening that came close to ending me. So the inside of me and the whole project campaign has grown, particularly in TikTok, when I've been sharing the album live, and I will continue to do that. I'll share an announcement about a physical location live in a moment as well. It is connecting with others, the album is. People are putting in the comments inside of me, they're putting in purple hearts. They're expressing how certain lyrics speak for them. I'm going to share with you in a moment before we go into the 10th track today and the exclusive video that goes with that track. I'm going to share all of the first 9 tracks, round about 30 seconds of each video, on this YouTube channel where you are now. Like, comment, subscribe, have a search around, because there are previous podcasts, but there are also standalone videos, and you'll get a flavour of really, really interesting visuals meet all of the 10 tracks of the album. And we're concluding today really with a future from this day on. There's also going to be a fascinating outro of snippets of all 10 tracks with a film that is in cinemas right now. And the film that's released is from an incredible artist, incredible singer-songwriter. If I say the boss, I'm sure you'll know who I'm talking about. I'm not claiming to be an aficionado of Bruce Springsteen's music, but my goodness me, the life. Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, the biopic. Wow. I'm not ashamed to say I cried as I watched the film because I connected with the formative years that were buried, hidden. The depression that Bruce Springsteen experienced. And I want to share not just the light, but the light that comes from the darkness. And that's really it for all of us. That's why inside of me is also for inside of you. I choose to use my life to create from that devastation, that destruction, that broken room that nearly ended my life. There's a lot of historical emotion here. And I feel, as a throat cancer survivor, that much I will share for you if you're new here. 17 years ago, diagnosed a year with no voice. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Because I know there are people that feel they're not heard. And emotionally, we should all be heard. We shouldn't be made to feel we have to suffer in silence. So, if these lyrics speak for you, the songs speak for you, the videos speak for you, information that I'm sharing in between, messages that are arriving to me in these moments, comment, let me know. Let's have an overview of the album. So I'll pause the backing music there for a moment, and I'm going to click on 30 seconds of each of the first 9 tracks. Then I will introduce the 10th track, which is really what this particular podcast is about, and a very, very well-known film meets the final track. But I'll talk about that in a moment. First of all, the first 9 tracks. Humpty Dumpty meets, that's not the name of the track, Humpty Dumpty meets The Forgetful Thief, track 1. A Vampire Montage, that's the video, meets track 2, I'll Bleed in My Own Time. Track 3, the title track, Inside of Me, meets a Willem Dafoe film called Inside. Track 4, Mirror of Me, meets The Matrix and also Mirror, Mirror on the Wall, Snow White. Track 5, Another Day Holding Daniel, meets Rocket Man, the Elton John biopic, and the BBC drama series, The Bodyguard. My brain's having to think. Track 6, Murder the Past, meets, particularly, but not specifically, famous Alfred Hitchcock film, Psycho. Track 7, Mother, meets I Am Mother. Really, really interesting sci-fi film. Great combination. Track 8, it's lovely to have a bit of humour within this, comedy within the tragedy, which is Cast the First Stone, track 8, meets Life of Brian. Track 9, Easy Enemy. There's a turn of emotion, becoming friends with the future, but also forged with, jeweled with, the late, great Robin Williams, Mrs. Doubtfire. That is a film of comedy and tragedy. We'll come on to the 10th track in a moment, and then a Springsteen outro with all 10 tracks. Breathe. Enjoy with me the journey of the first 9 tracks. Here we go, 30 seconds of each. But remember, on this YouTube channel, you can find the full videos, including the songs that link with them. Really, really fascinating combinations. Let's take a journey before we arrive at this day, and from this day on, track 10, Inside of Me, the first 9 tracks.
And all the king's army, and all the king's men couldn't put my reputation together again. You better lie to make it true. You shed a tear to gain some proof. You led a child to lose belief. You better lie, forgetfully. You took my name, dragged it through the mud. You painted me. Oh, I'll bleed. I'll say it quick, though it feels slow. I'm bleeding my own time, if you're even bothered to know. When I brought it all down to this moment in time, I discovered the world of me and you, a valley deep inside of me. When I recognized the pattern, I could begin to change. Take the pieces out of my one streets, all I begin to rearrange. Some to this moment in time. Letting go of years of hurt as I lift the veil in a hall of mass lies. Will my truth ever prevail? If you wanna join me in that broken room, know my reflected tragedy. Another day, holding Daniel, holding me. What's in a name? What's in my given identity? Why do we suffer? There came another day, holding Daniel, holding me. Kill the poetic view. You told a lie, watered it, and my how it grew. Murder the past, slaughtered by a fiction game. Dug the deeds deep on me and raped my very name. Tell me the truth, mother, knit me a new lie. Stitch the card back together again. And this time let me take the knife. Loyalty will cut you deep, deeper than no other. Loyalty cuts deep in me, deeper than mother. Are you without sin? Sin, then cast the first stone and let's truthfully begin. Are you without sin? Sin, then cast the first stone against the voice of truth within. Subject, object, destroyed alone. Let you without sin, sin, cast the first stone. Another night cast on the floor. The easy enemy, no home where the heart is. Love was shown the door. Another cold, hard surface for a bed. Once more you buried me before I was even dead. Yes, I'm a man, what can I say? There was a time you liked me better that way. And when I surfaced from the disease I tried to be, you made me the number one easy enemy. I just got to be the future's friend. No more the easy enemy.
Okay, right, so you might have caught that, which is, I did let that last track play, Easy Enemy, for more than 30 seconds. I think it was just over a minute. Never mind, eh? I love all of the tracks because they come from the heart, the soul, the depths, the floor underneath the floor, looking in a mirror, um, 10 days after surgery, 10 days after, and major surgery on my neck. I could hardly move my mouth. Then there was the radiation for 6 weeks. I'm not scaremongering. Here I am. Here I am. So even if nothing else, that's a testament of when we do hear that word, which many have, I'm not the only one. And I'm always mindful. Individuals have lost their lives, their loved ones, to not only the disease of cancer, but many other diseases too. I'm not alone. It's not what this is about at all. I'm sharing the experience totally, unapologetically, because it's what I've got. So that's what you share. That's where it comes from. And it's not over explaining. Sometimes people misunderstand when I caveat certain things. It's not because I'm feeling I need to justify. I've done that. I did that in the past. This is now much more flowing. And I think unless you want to keep things quiet and that you're happy with that, content with that, that's fine. But there are a lot of people who bottle, suffer in silence, and it causes untold damage in so many ways. So that's where I desire to share, to encourage others to rightfully do that as well. Communication is crucial. So there we are, the 9 tracks initial. I'm going to name all of them. The album, when you're listening to this, it's already unofficially released. Officially released November the 1st. It's not going to be out and it's going to last for a long time. I've already got projects lined up for next year, but inside of me, it's not going to die. And it deserves to live. And that's the same for all of us. And I deserved to live 17 years ago. But I did have a lot of that taken away from me. And my heart goes out to those who are suffering with a number of things, and then it's just what happens around them. The judgment, the vitriol, the vindictiveness. Despicable. I do talk about, as you can see from Life of Brian, the connection there, Cast the First Stone, and in other songs, religious intolerance, religious judgment, religious bigotedness, dogma. I'm not anti-faith, belief, God, spiritual, not at all. I'm going to pause the music because I don't want it to begin again, because I want to go into the final track in a moment. So we'll have no music under me for a moment. That's okay. The music's inside. If that's the case for you, then it's got to stop. You can have your belief, you can have your faith, of course. I'm not here to destroy religion. That's a big task. John Lennon wrote in Imagine there's no religion. And I understand that lyric, I do, very much so. But it's really, for me, it's the dogma, the way that people are destroyed. If you change your mind, you decide you want to live and you want to live in a different way, it shouldn't be the disgusting, despicable actions against human beings. Simple message, not easily applied, because there's a whole weight behind that movement, including people feel they've got God on their side. Keep God inside of you, and I'll keep God inside of me, which is one of the whispered outro lyrics of Mirror of Me. So it's personal, but it's a belief. It's not who we are, it's what we believe. What we are and who we are is human. So that's very much what the album Inside of Me is. The turn in Easy Enemy is about becoming friends with the future. There are upbeat songs inside of me, for example, but I'm not stopping short of what some people would refer to as melancholy. And when I move on in a moment to Bruce Springsteen, my goodness me, he didn't. That's where Nebraska, the album, came from. I've learnt that in recent times. Wow. Shawshank Redemption meets the final track from the album Inside of Me. And the 10th track from the album is From This Day On. Back in a moment, let's take a look at this together, and then we'll talk about the outro and the future.
From this day on, I sign off these songs, authentically yours. Forgetful thief, what did you achieve by gaining opinion at the doors? From this day on, if I ever bleed again, I'll bleed in my own time. Thank you. From this day on, I'll share inside of me the voice within so true. From this day on, has begun. From this day on, has begun. From this day on, I belong. From this day on, the reflection in the mirror of me is no longer formed by your deceit. From this day on, whatever my name, I owe my life, and I've got the receipt. From this day on, father, mother, sisters, others, it's time for me to begin. From this day on, if you want to destroy me, then cast the first stone if you're without sin. From this day on, has begun. From this day on, has begun. From this day on, I belong. From this day on, no more the easy enemy. From this day on, from this day on, I sign off authentically yours. Every one of these songs. From this day on, has begun. I've murdered the past at last. From this day on, not living in the past. The future is mine to hold fast. From this day on, from this day on, from this day on, from this day on, has begun. We belong. The future is ours to hold fast. From this day, from this day, from this day on. Okay, Mark, that's that. What's next?
Why? And also, as well as why, it's not perfect. It doesn't need to be. Nothing has to be. It doesn't exist. Even in the future. The beautiful thing is we're human. And that comes with some incredible strengths, opportunities, power, qualities, but also some weaknesses too. And that's fantastic. That's part of the absolute incredible mixture of being human. So the album's filled with that, definitely. And for me, the visual content, I don't own the rights to any of those videos. It's important for me to share that. I forget that at times. The connection is embedded. And I've taken those images, some real random, the vampire montage and I'll Bleed in My Own Time. It's like really odd combination. Humpty Dumpty, that kind of works. All the King's Army, All the King's Men. But there's some really random ones. Easy Enemy and Mrs. Doubtfire. That's poor. Another Day Holding Daniel. That was apparently another name I was going to be given. Instead, Raymond. Never mind. Ray I prefer. If you want to put Raymond in the comments, fill your boots. It'll make me think I've been naughty, I've done something wrong. But anyway, Another Day Holding Daniel is talking about the life that could have been if you had control over choices right from day dot. Interesting concept. Then, of course, Rocket Man, Elton John, a song called Daniel. The actor, Richard Madden, who plays John Reed in the biopic Rocket Man. I think I'm going to be watching that again soon. Also plays the lead role, David Budd, I think it is the character's name, in the BBC series The Bodyguard. Those lines of that song, if you had your very last word, what would you say? If you had your very last breath, would you give it away to me? This is going to continue. This is going to reverberate for a long time. Inside of me is inside of you. It's been incredible sharing this with you to this point, but we will continue. I'll pause the music and we will outro with, and I want to share before I go, very important, last word on the album. Okay, that's that. Mark, what's next? Okay, Mark, that's that. What's next? That's Mark Walker. And Mark has worked with me to produce the album over the last year. I've written, we've worked, developed the songs, recorded, produced, now released. So that's a year. 35 minutes of listening. Wow. 17 years of my truth. And I feel elements of the album, our truth. Let's hand over to the boss. There are bits of a documentary which I don't own the rights to. The documentary I don't own the rights to. The biopic, which is out at time of recording and releasing, Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere. I wept. And I'm going to weep again. And I'm glad. I'm glad. Because I've still got that human connection to cry. And I'm sure you have too. Drop in the comments your journey, your inspiration. If you'd like to potentially be a future guest on the Creative Shake-Up Show, I'm going to be relaunching in the new year. You're a musician, a writer, an actor, somebody with something to share, an inspirational life. Let's bring that energy together and be human together. Reach out. Email raycoatesvoice@gmail.com. Comment, like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok. I'm on all social media platforms, most of them. You'll find me under Ray Coates Voice. Reach out and let's develop this human experience. So rather than being enemies with each other, we're friends of the future that's shared. Let's finish with the boss and all 10 tracks. So, the album, Inside of Me, meets Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere. Incredible album, Nebraska. Wanted to go raw, deep, personal. Own journey, own life. The two combined together. Until next time, bye-bye.
And all the king's army and all the king's men couldn't put my reputation together again. Oh, I'll believe. I'll say it quick, though it feels slow. I'm bleeding my own time, if you're even bothered to know. I know you're not concerned, and if you are, you hide it well. I took your sainted invitation, though it felt like faded hell. When I brought it all down to this moment in time, I discovered the world of me and you, a valley deep inside of me. When I recognized the pattern, I could begin to change. Take the pieces of my one streets, all I begin to rearrange. Some call it melancholy, but it's the truth we have to face. There is no place to hide in our human race. Letting go of years of hurt as I lift the veil. In a hall of mass lies, will my truth ever prevail? If you wanna join me in that broken room, know my reflected tragedy, then come take a deeper look at the real mirror of me. See through the glass to the other side. In a home full of mirrored lies, one by one I let them slide. Another day, holding Daniel, holding me. What's in a name? What's in my given identity? Why do we suffer? There came another day, holding Daniel, holding me. Murder the past, kill the poetic view. You told a lie, watered it, my how it grew. Murder the past, slaughtered by your fiction game. Dug the deeds deep on me and raped my very name. Tell me the truth, mother, knit me a new life. Stitch the card back together again. And this time let me take the knife. Loyalty will cut you deep, deeper than no other. Loyalty cuts deep in me, deeper than mother. Are you without sin? Sin, then cast the first stone and let's truthfully begin. Are you without sin? Sin, then cast the first stone against the voice of truth within. Subject, object, destroyed alone. That you without sin, sin, cast the first stone. Another night cast on the floor. The easy enemy, no home where the hardest love was shown the door. Another cold, hard surface for a bed. Once more you buried me before I was even dead. Yes, I'm a man, what can I say? There was a time you liked me better that way. And when I surfaced from the disease I tried to be, you made me the number one easy enemy. Oh, I just got to be the future's friend. No more the easy enemy. Oh, I just got to be the future's friend. No more the easy enemy. From this day on, I sign off these songs, authentically yours. Forgetful thief, what did you achieve by gaining opinion at the doors? From this day on, if I ever bleed again, I'll bleed in my own time. Thank you. From this day on, I'll share inside of me the voice within so true. From this day on, has begun. From this day on, has begun. From this day on, I belong. From this day on, the reflection in the mirror of me is no longer formed by your deceit. From this day on, whatever my name, I owe my life, and I've got the receipt. From this day on, father, mother, sisters, others, it's time for me to begin. From this day on, if you want to destroy me, then cast the first stone if you're without sin. From this day on, has begun. From this day on, has begun. From this day on.